Ever wondered why self-care matters so much, especially for teachers? Well, it's because teaching is more than just a job. It's a vocation that requires immense dedication and passion. When teachers neglect their own needs, it can lead to a decline in their mental health, productivity, and overall performance. Self-care is not about being selfish or indulging in unnecessary luxuries. It's about acknowledging that teachers, just like everyone else, need to recharge and rejuvenate. It's about understanding that taking care of oneself is the first step towards taking care of others. Teachers often experience high levels of stress, and without proper self-care, this stress can lead to burnout. Burnout not only impacts their teaching, but can also affect their personal life, relationships, and overall well-being. So, self-care is not just a feel-good concept. It's a necessary practice that can help teachers maintain their emotional, physical, and mental health. Without self-care, teachers run the risk of burnout, which can affect their teaching and overall life. Before diving into self-care tips, it's important to recognize signs of neglecting self-care. Let's discuss some common signals that you might be sidelining your own well-being. One of the most prevalent signs of neglecting self-care is constant fatigue. You may find yourself feeling perpetually tired no matter how much sleep you get. This is more than just physical exhaustion. It's a deep-seated weariness that seeps into your mental and emotional state too. Next up, irritability. Do you find yourself snapping at minor inconveniences or getting frustrated over things that normally wouldn't bother you? This could be a sign that you're not taking adequate care of yourself. It's like running a car on an empty tank. Eventually, it's going to start sputtering. Another sign is difficulty focusing. You might notice that tasks that once came easily now require more effort. You might struggle to keep your attention on one task, or find it hard to remember instructions or details. This isn't a reflection of your capabilities, but rather a signal from your body and mind that they need rest and rejuvenation. There are other signs too, such as feeling overwhelmed, neglecting your personal needs, or experiencing a decrease in job satisfaction. These are all signals that your well-being is taking a back seat, and it's time to shift gears. These signs are not just detrimental to you, but they can also affect your ability to perform your duties effectively. As a teacher, you play an integral role in molding the minds of the future. If you're not at your best, it can impact your teaching methods, your interaction with students, and ultimately their learning experience. So it's not just about you, it's about your entire classroom community. Your well-being directly impacts the quality of education your students receive. It's a domino effect, and you're the first piece. Recognizing these signs is the first step towards improving self-care. Now that we're aware of these signals, we can take proactive steps towards better self-care. Stay tuned as we delve into practical self-care tips in the next scene. Now that we understand the importance of self-care and the signs of neglect, let's delve into some practical self-care tips for teachers. First and foremost, setting boundaries is essential. As a teacher, you're often called on to go above and beyond for your students. While this is part of the job, it's also crucial to know when to say no and protect your own well-being. This might mean setting specific times when you're not available for work-related queries, or deciding how many extracurricular activities you're willing to oversee. Remember, setting boundaries isn't about being unapproachable, but about ensuring you have the energy and mental space to carry out your responsibilities effectively. Next, let's talk about the importance of taking breaks. It can be easy to fall into the trap of working through lunch or staying late to finish grading papers, but regular breaks are vital. Even a brief 10-minute pause can help reduce stress and improve focus. So whether it's stepping outside for a breath of fresh air or simply sitting quietly with a cup of tea, make sure to give yourself a break. On to mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness means being present in the moment and acknowledging your feelings without judgment. This could involve a formal meditation practice or simply taking a few minutes each day to breathe deeply and check in with yourself. Mindfulness can help reduce anxiety, improve focus, and promote a sense of calm, all key for managing the stresses of teaching. Maintaining a healthy diet is another crucial aspect of self-care. As a teacher, you need energy to keep up with your students and mental clarity to plan lessons and grade assignments. Eating a balanced diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains can help provide this. And don't forget to stay hydrated. Water is just as important for your brain as it is for your body. Finally, regular exercise is a key component of any self-care routine. This doesn't necessarily mean hitting the gym every day. Instead, find an activity you enjoy, whether it's walking, yoga, or even dancing around your living room. Regular movement can help reduce stress, improve mood, and boost energy levels. Each of these tips, setting boundaries, taking breaks, practicing mindfulness, maintaining a healthy diet, and regular exercise, can play a significant role in enhancing a teacher's well-being and productivity. They're not just nice extras, but integral parts of ensuring you're able to give your best to your students day in, day out. Remember, self-care is not a luxury, but a necessity. Having trouble implementing these self-care tips? Here are some strategies you can use. Like any new habit, incorporating self-care into your daily routine may seem daunting at first. The key is to start small and gradually build up. You don't have to overhaul your entire schedule overnight. Instead, try carving out just 15 minutes each day for yourself. Use this time to do something you enjoy or something that relaxes you. It could be as simple as reading a chapter of a book, taking a short walk, or even just sitting quietly with a cup of tea. Setting a specific time for your self-care activities can be incredibly helpful. Make it a non-negotiable appointment with yourself, just like you would a meeting or a class. This not only ensures that you have dedicated time for self-care each day, but it also helps to establish self-care as a regular part of your routine. To help remember your self-care appointment, consider using reminders. These could be alarms on your phone, sticky notes on your mirror, or even scheduled emails to yourself. The goal is to make self-care as easy and automatic as possible, so use whatever tools work best for you. Finally, don't be afraid to seek support from colleagues, friends, or family. Self-care is not a solitary pursuit. In fact, it can be more effective when you have a support system in place. Share your self-care goals with others and encourage them to join you. You might be surprised at how many people are also looking for ways to better care for themselves. Remember, self-care is not a luxury, but a necessity. It's not selfish to take care of your own needs. In fact, by practicing self-care, you're not only improving your own well-being, but also better equipping yourself to support and nurture others. With these strategies, incorporating self-care into your daily routine should be a breeze. To wrap things up, let's quickly recap what we've discussed today. We started with the importance of self-care for teachers, underscoring how it directly impacts not only your health and well-being, but also your performance in the classroom. We then moved on to the signs of neglecting self-care, which can often be subtle yet damaging, manifesting as burnout, stress, and even physical ailments. We also provided some practical self-care tips for teachers, like setting boundaries, maintaining a healthy diet, and incorporating physical activity into your daily routine. And of course, we talked about strategies to implement these self-care habits, emphasizing consistency, planning, and mindfulness. The bottom line here is that self-care isn't just about pampering yourself. It's about ensuring you're in the best possible condition to educate and inspire the next generation. Remember, the first step to being a great teacher is taking care of yourself.